When are you going down to see Brian Shaw?
I think sometime in May. Brian and I have been talking. Probably sometime in May, I'm going to go down and train with him.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP!
Is Devon going to train Brian Shaw? Guys, as you saw from the beginning, we just had big breaking news from Devon there, and apparently he'll be meeting up with Brian Shaw in May. And you know, ever since the hype of the super heavyweights in arm wrestling begun, everybody from the West was always mentioning one name, and that name was Brian Shaw. Not only because of his big size and all, but because, as we know, it seems that only in the East we find these super heavyweight athletes filled with quality size, strength, and technique. While in the West, well, our super heavyweights don't seem to be at the level of the East guys. And this is also something that I think about, like, other than Devon, where are our super heavyweights from the West? Because we had big names back in the day, such as Dave Chafee, Travis Bajan, Jerry Cataract, Michael Todd, Richard Lucas, to name but a few. But most of these guys couldn't keep up with their momentum to arm wrestling today. And honestly, other than Devon, who is the top super heavyweight from the West today? Well, maybe Jerry, since he is ranked number 3 in the world, but Vitaly challenged him. But no answer was heard by Jerry whatsoever, not that I have heard at least. So you know, as I was saying, the West is lacking top flight super heavyweights in arm wrestling. And honestly, when Devon said that he will be meeting with Brian Shaw in May to train with him, I assure you I couldn't be more happy. Because Brian had a bit of table time with Derek Smith, where Derek tries to break it down a little bit of how the technique goes in arm wrestling. And you know, this was great for a start in understanding the basics. But this time, Brian isn't going to train with Derek. Brian will train with the current top 1 and super heavyweight champion of the world, which is Devon. And if you ask me, I think this is just the perfect coach that Brian could ask for. Not just because Devon is the top 1 right now, but because both Devon and Brian are tall guys. So, as we know, Devon uses a lot of his leverage to his advantage on arm wrestling, and if he teaches Brian that, especially with all that grip Brian has, I think he will become a lethal force in arm wrestling. And as far as Devon concerns, well, this is what he had to say.
Yeah, I'm going to just try and make things so simple. Get strong like this, get strong like this, get strong like this. Spend time on the table with people who are weaker than you, hold them, just get comfortable, spend time in the straps, do this for rehab, repeat. You know how to get strong, do it better than I do it. I think, you know, when I look at Brian Shaw, holy shit. Like, it's not going to take long. I really don't think. No, it's not going to take long. Right? When I bring people into the sport, the first concept I make them understand is don't hold on to people. I would teach any athlete pretty much post base. This is where arm wrestling starts. So, yeah, I'm going to try and realign them into a post base style. And good luck holding on to that.
As we heard there from Devon, he said that he will be teaching Brian on how to do the posting, which is one of his main techniques, and the one he most tries to fight for in the table. And honestly, this is just amazing, because if somehow Brian's arm length is around Devon's or even longer, I believe we can truly see some amazing stuff from Brian there. Because not only he will have the arm power and the technique, but he will also have all of that body weight that can be used to pull with some enormous side pressure. The bottom line is, if Devon really gets to train with Brian Shaw and get him excited to be part of the sport, we might have in the future another contender for a levan. Don't you guys think? Leave down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.
Who would win in an arm wrestle? And honestly, I think that's a no-brainer. Have you seen the size of my arms?
I've seen that.